Welcome. All right, today's topic is going to be understanding portion control. This is arguably one of the most unattractive terms, but one of the most important. Your body's portion control is everything, right? Because understanding portion control means this. You're not consistently overeating and you're not consistently undereating, which is what most of us are probably doing. Let's just be real. I did it for years, right? You find this diet where you barely eat anything and you get really skinny, and then you binge eat because you come off the diet and now you're eating all this food, and then because you're eating all the food, you don't want to eat anymore, and then you eat more and then you eat less, and you just have this really bad relationship, one with food and two with understanding what your body even needs. So it puts your body in this panic mode, like a survival mode, where sometimes when you eat, it stores fat because it doesn't know if you're not going to eat again. And then sometimes you eat a lot of food, and then when you eat a lot of food, it wants to store it. I know some of you feel that, and I may have made you a little nervous, but trust me, we're going to lay this out on the line. Because I want you to explain why consistency over time, even if it's not the healthiest food, is going to yield you the best results. It's how it always works. It always ends up playing out that way, okay? Think about it like this. Here's one thing to know. Undereating will cause, undereating over time consistently will cause your metabolism to lower. None of us want that because we want to eat more food, obviously. So one, don't undereat. Now, what happens when you undereat? Let's take a little magic school bus ride. When you undereat, you're depriving your body of valuable vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, right? So your body naturally will tell you, because it needs them, they are vital, needs them. So then you start craving foods. Your body goes way back into its memory bank and it's like, man, I need some carbs. Let me go back there and think of some carbs that I've had before in my past that digested really fast, because I don't want nothing slow, I want something fast. So all of a sudden you start craving Skittles, or person B over here is craving cereal. Why are you craving very specific foods? Because your body is going back in its memory bank and looking for things that digest, that have sugar, because you have depleted yourself of carbs. Same thing will happen with protein. You'll be on a low calorie diet and you'll be craving steak, right? Your body will give you signs and symptoms that you will have to fight aggressively every single day to ward them off, right? So what happens when you can't win that battle? At some point you give in and you binge, right? So you went from undereating, sacrificing the metabolism, depriving your body, and then you binge. So what happens when you binge? You overconsume. What happens when you overconsume food? Well, your body stores it. It's actually pretty smart. Stores it as body fat. Hey, I'm gonna store this, save it for later. So it stores it, right? Stores it as fat. Then you get all mad at yourself because you ate too much. You feel bloated. Usually it comes with a lot of gluten, a lot of dairy, a lot of processed foods. Now your stomach your gut, you're bloated, you feel terrible. So what do? You don't eat. So now you're back to undereating. And then you start to do that, and then that sounds like yo-yo dieting, okay? This is why portion control is very valuable. Understanding what your body's portion control, what your body's intake level should be, so that your portion is under control, okay? Doing that consistently over time, when you understand your body's portion control, you can minimize it just a little bit, start losing fat. You can increase it just a little bit, start gaining muscle. You have more control. You can start making better informed choices because you understand what your body's intake needs to be. That's why portion control is so valuable. Now, I don't know what your exact portion control is. You probably have to get on some type of programming to figure that out. It's all trial and error anyway, and it changes with age, exercise, sleep, all that fun stuff. But my concept here was to help you understand how valuable just the portion control versus, I eat super healthy, I go to Whole Foods every day, versus I eat fast food, and thinking that they're these two different worlds, and really they're not. The key concept is, regardless of what world you're living in, or maybe it's a combination of the two, the concept is don't overeat and don't undereat. See what I'm saying? Stay here. Most people have been so far pulled in one direction or the other, they lost this. They've lost themselves when it comes to dieting and nutrition. And that is not a place you want to be, especially for the long term. Other than that, guys, that's it for today. Thank you again for joining me.